Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Kim and I are going back to Chicago to see this show till the end. As we talk about The Chi, season 5, episode 2. Kim actually has some positive things to say about the show, so I'm gonna lead with her, and then I will provide some thoughts because I have none, actually. I got nothing. But I do have some interesting tidbits as I thought about at season 1. But anyway, Kim, what did you like about this episode, please?
Well, I like that they showed men vulnerable. I thought that was unique because they never show that on Black shows. Like, I love that the guy that is trying to be with Emmett's wife, I can't think of her name right now.
Rod, I think.
Rob.
Let's go with Rob.
Yeah. I love that he was like, yeah, I'm into monogamy, because when you look at him, right? I mean, this guy is like tall and he's got money, and I think he is an NBA player. I think that's what he's playing or something. I don't know exactly.
Real life,
he's what?
In the show, he's playing the weed provider. He's not playing. He's not. Yeah, he's playing her business partner. Right. In the show.
Obviously, he's successful because that's a beautiful house he lives in, expensive. Right. So he's a successful Black man, which is one positive, right? But then he's also a very nice looking guy, tall, handsome, rich. And he's like, I want to be monogamous. Like, I want to be with you. And they don't show that very often. They always show, the guy's cheating and he's horrible. You know, they show that more often than they show this guy, and I love that. I thought that was fantastic. And then with Rashad, when he went after the young lady, I love Jason Weaver, period, since he was a child. And when he started to sing, I was like, he took me back to when he was Simba. And, you know, when he can really sing, actually. You know, he's an all-around actor. And so I enjoyed that. And for me, that took me back to when I used to date. And, you know, this is what guys did. They went after you and they sang to you and they cooked for you and they showed you it's not always about being rich or, you know, how much bling they have. Sometimes you can date someone who just wants to get to know you and you can cook for them. You don't have to take them out to this restaurant that's at the top of the list. And I love that they showed that. And I love that he was vulnerable enough to say, yes, I was locked up, but, you know, I'm trying to be a better human. Right? And just give me a chance, right? And it wasn't like he's pulling on her, fuck you, bitch. No, none of that. It was just him being vulnerable to this woman that he doesn't even know. I love that because everything that I'm saying is in the world. We just never see it reflected on television. So I love that. And then I also loved Jada and her feelings towards Darnell. And I know what that feels like. I've lived that. The thing is that she's the guy that she's with, the younger guy, she's scared, right? Because he is what she always wanted, right? But then she's got this son with Darnell, so they have a history. So Darnell is, even though he hurt her, he's safe, right? She knows what to expect from Darnell, right? But she's not too sure. This guy is younger than her, which that puts doubt in an older woman. I am an older woman, I understand that. It puts doubt in her heart, like, will he love me as I get older, as I start to gray, as stuff starts to break down on me? Will this man who's much younger than me still stick by me, not cheat on me, still love me, right? With Darnell, she knows he may cheat on her, but he'll love her. He'll be there for her when stuff starts breaking down. I thought that was phenomenal because right now she's in a headspace where she's just scared. And I love to see that. I thought that was fantastic. And I thought that the younger person, it's showing her that he does love her and he wants to be with her and serious about her, not just having sex with her, right? Was fantastic. And then Darnell also, as an older person, he wants to make her laugh, wants to take her back to when they were. And for him, it's not only about sex, even though that is his language, but for him and Jada, that is their love language. It's, you know what I'm saying? So
that's how they relate. I mean, like he knows. All right.
Right, but they do love each other. But I think that, like I said, Jada's just scared, and I think that he's her security blanket, and he doesn't want to let him go because if she drops him, is him, her dropping Darnell, and she only has this guy, and then this guy hurts her. What does she do, right? So she said, I love that they showed that, right? And then the other one was Dre and Nina. I love that Dre was like, I'm gonna fight for this relationship, right? Because as we see it, Dre is the male in the relationship, right? She's the right.
It's the phrase.
Right. So she's like, I understand what Nina did, but I understand we need to understand where it was coming from. So we're going to do this together. And I love that they showed that Black people do need therapy. We do. As couples, we need therapy. As individuals, we need therapy. And I thought that was really a positive thing to show. All these are relationships that needed to be shown, and they're real. Like, people right nowadays are actually doing these things. So I thought that was positive. And then there was, who else was positive? I don't think anybody else was positive, because everything else was negative. Oh, wait, hold on. What's his name? Oh my God, Jake and his little girlfriend. I thought that young lady, Gemma, she did a really good job, because when he was saying that he fucked up, she was like, no, you just didn't know how to express your feelings. That doesn't mean you fucked up. I love that she said that to him, because in his mind, he's always fucking up, because that's what he was taught. That when you make mistakes, you're fucking up. What's wrong with you? That's how Reg used to talk to him. Remember that?
All right.
And when Gemma said to him, you just didn't know how to express your feelings, she made it, opened up another part of his brain. Like, oh, really? I think that even though Gemma is bougie and all these different things, she is teaching Jake how to love and how to be, and it's okay for him to be different and to express himself, right? But in a better way. So I understand she cheated on Kevin and all that good stuff, but I mean, she's young, she's teenagers. That's what people do, right? So I like that relationship, and I love that Kevin has opened up to this girl who's different from him and anyone else he ever tried to date. She's very different. Like, she's a nerd. She's very smart. She's not Gemma. Gemma is bougie smart. This girl is, just a regular girl. Like, like, she probably goes home to like a house, a middle-class house. She may not be rich, she may not be poor, she may be right in the middle, but she's like, I'm just who I am. And Kevin was like, I love that. I think Kevin needs that. He needs to move on. And also another positive thing was when the teacher stuck up for Kevin to the principal about the gaming thing. Because that is true. In white schools, they have all types of clubs. Kids stay after school and they, do the game, they do all that stuff. But in Black schools, for some reason, it's always an issue. They don't want to do these extra programs or groups, because you have to keep the school open, later, right? And you do this. And that does happen. My mother used to be in charge of some of that stuff in my high school. And so I remember it was hard for her to get the Board of Education to even open up to it. But finally, after years and years and years, she was able to get that, Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid. That was one of the groups, Then they had other things like, the Black League and all these other groups that opened up, in my high school, because my mom and other parents pushed for it, because they were like, these kids need places to go and be in groups, like nerds needed groups and quiet people, they needed groups, just to not always have to go home to the same old thing, that kind of thing. So, all right. So that's all the positives that I thought were in the show. I know that was long, but
no. That was great, and you helped me see certain scenes in a different perspective. Okay. And I agree that these are positive things. Some things I don't agree, but I will agree with it. But for example, let's agree with Shad, right? Shad's wooing of this woman. I like the intent. The execution was what he is, right? Like, I mean, like, this is why I'm gonna fuck you up, girl. He is not the one to take to a wine tasting. Let's not do that, because he will embarrass her. Like, that's gonna happen, right? But it came from a place of, I like you. In his own nigga way, he was trying to be a good man, but it was some foul mouth coming out of his fucking mouth. Like, but that's who he is. Right? So she's like, I see you, I accept you, and I'm trying to work with it. Right.
And he'll get better. And that's the thing. When you have a good woman behind you, he'll get better.
You see that, and that's the problem. Then it turns into I can fix man, and sometimes you can't.
Well, yeah,
right.
That's true too. That is absolutely true too.
Right. So let's not, all right. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta accept to be like, this is the shit I signed up for. This is the shit I'm stuck with. Right. And so remember that you can't change them. Like women think I can make them better. And women's like true.
We do.
But like, yeah. So I was like, so sometimes you gotta fix her up, or sometimes you get what is, right?
Right.
But as long as she's okay with that, I was happy with his arc, that he, like you say, he's trying, right? Because I was like, what in the fuck? Like, can we do better right here, bro? To your example, Rod's discussion with Keisha, I was disappointed. This man is like, you the queen that's gonna get this dick, and your pussy belongs to me. There's nothing respectable or mature about that conversation anyway. And I'm like, that's the shy though. Like, I'm like, I accept that there's people like that. But she was talking to Tiffany. I'm sorry. It was Tiffany. It was Ron and Tiffany.
Yeah.
She went from Emmett, dick slinger, to this. Now, mind you, what made me really mad about this scene is that these writers are trying to turn Tiffany into this free love, I'm not trying to be put in a box bullshit. Since season 1, Tiffany is only one to be with Emmett. Even the whole reason she even started this whole group thing, because Emmett couldn't stop fucking. So she was like, well, let's try this group thing. And when she found the guy she wanted to fuck, she tried to commit to him. And he said, I'm just a dick. Like, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. Then she's trying to commit to this dude. But now these writers got her like, no, I got to be out there doing what I do with who I do it with. And I'm like, that's not who Tiffany is. That's not the Tiffany we've been seeing. And
I don't think that that's really what she wants to do. I think that she has to say that because she needs to guard her heart, because she's been through this a couple of times, especially with Emmett. And she has to say what she needs to say to guard her heart. I'm telling you, she's going to end up with that guy, and she's going to not be with other men. She is hurt. She's been humiliated. And I mean, Emmett humiliated her for years. And then when she liked that other guy, he humiliated her too. He was like, nah, we just fuck buddies. And she was like,
hurt.
Yeah, she was hurt.
All right.
She's like, wait a minute. Like, it's overwhelming to her because she doesn't know men who talk like this. And the way he was talking is just the way men talk. Okay. It's just the way men talk. I don't honestly feel when he said that's he's saying it in the slang way, but I honestly think this guy has a good heart, especially the way he treats her son. He showed up. Yeah. He shows up.
Yeah.
That's extremely important. Emmett had every reason to be pissed off though. Like, I'm telling you, because Emmett, even though he was late and all that stuff, Emmett does not know this man. There should have been a meeting between him and Emmett before you picking up my goddamn child. Period. So Emmett was absolutely right for what he did. I was glad they didn't have him punch. I was glad there was no fighting, because that would have happened in real life.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, well, Emmett would have got his ass whooped in real life too. Probably.
Of course.
But he would have made an effort.
Right, exactly. But I like that they showed that, and I like Rod I understand what you're saying about what he said, but honestly, I don't think it's like, you my woman. I don't think that I think it's the way that they worded it. Maybe they could have said it a different way, like, you're mine, I want to be with you, or something like that. Some more sentimental.
Just someone that has some like, again, I understand just like Shad. The intent was, I like you, I'm gonna sing for you, I want to cook for you. I can only do what I can, but I will do it for you. But the execution, Christian, to your point of having positive black images, Christian was a positive black straight man image, and they got rid of him because I think that's leaning away personality, to be honest. Like, because she has it's a pattern, you know what I'm saying? Like, when Papa is a good, positive, straight black man, and he is marginalized as much as possible. And I'm like, there's a thing going on here, you know what I'm saying? But like, they could have it. They do have it, but then they just get rid of them, and then you get Rod, and you get Emmett having all three of his kids. I challenge anyone to tell me another scene in 5 seasons where he had all three of his sons by himself.
Never.
And I'm like,
that never happened.
I was like, what? And then the writers try to act like he don't have 2 other baby mamas. Because when Tiffany shows up, he's like, where's my wife to help me with these kids? 2 of those are not even her kids, but he makes no mention of the other 2 baby mamas in any way. Even the description
I forget how many kids he had, because I honestly did. I thought that those 3 boys was just it. I had no idea he had other kids. I forgot.
No, he only has 3. I mean, he has 3. He only has those 3.
Oh, okay.
But my point
the other baby mamas are not going to help him.
Well, I'm with their own kid. I'm saying though, the description of this episode was Emmett learns how to co-parent. He's had 2 other baby mamas before now, which means he should have learned how to co-parent twice. Like,
they did show that he co-parents with the other 2 much better than he's doing with Tiff.
Nope. In season 2, all 3 of his baby mamas conspired against him, if you will, to get child support.
Right, I remember.
That is the only time that season 1 and 2 was the only time they made any kind of reference to, hey, Emmett, you know you got another kid out there somewhere, right? And it was Jada who was like, call your child, and she was forcing him to be a parent. But picking them up from school, what's going to be for birthday, nothing. Like EJ is everything. And when it comes to him, which should have been a conversation. Those other 2 boys should have been like, why is EJ more special than us? Like, at this age, they should recognize that they don't see daddy that often. But EJ gets to live with daddy until now. But I'm like, get into real drama shit that Emmett is starting to see the fruits of his labor, right? Like, it started like your kids don't even know you, and they're like, why is EJ your favorite son? What about me? Because that would be a real conversation right now. And I'm like, none of that. And he's acting like he's the victim. He's reading them a bedtime story. He's like, sometimes, mama go sleep with another man. I mean, sometimes mama ain't shit. I mean, maybe because daddy ain't shit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
When I saw him sitting with his sons, what I saw was a broken man who came from a broken home, who's created 3 more broken homes, who are going to create more kids who are going to grow up with dads who don't know how to be a daddy. There's no fixing of any of this shit. It's just a continuous pattern. And I'm like, and I know it happens, but it's happening.
Yeah, but that's the truth of it, though, right? She's trying to show the truth of it. This does happen because he's going to get with Keisha, and that's going to be another son. And then he's going to have Keisha pregnant. I'm telling you, this is how this show's going to end. I don't care what you say. He's going to end up with Keisha. For sure. And
she's going to be pregnant, and you got her pregnant again?
Yes.
You know what? I do not disagree with any one of those points. What makes me so mad about the Keisha character is that she specifically got rid of Christian because she wanted to focus on her child, because I need to focus on my little baby, and she's out there shaking her ass with fucking Tiffany right now.
Yes.
While her child, I was like, where the fuck is this kid? And he's sitting in the crib drinking, a big ass kid sipping on a bottle. I'm like, that kid look too fucking big to be sucking on this bottle. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
this 5-year-old sucking on nipples right about now, which is weird.
I'm just saying. Like, look, I was just like, so I was all mad at all of that shit. I was like,
I didn't get that either. And then what's gonna happen between her and Tiffany when Keisha actually gets with Emmett?
Right.
I'm like,
but they're laying
last hurrah.
But then they're laying the groundwork that she's like, so Tiffany, you moved on, right? Like you got a man that you stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Like you married up, right? So you good.
Yeah.
So I can go back to season 1, episode 1, and get back in bed with fucking Emmett.
Yes.
To your point.
That's what they're doing.
And we're trying to bring this story back to its beginning.
Absolutely.
As we say, Trig's real name is Victor. Let's talk about Victor. Because I'm like, this don't make no kind of damn sense. So Victor whooped the kid's ass so bad on camera that the love of his life decided you ain't the one. right? Like that's what we got, right?
Yes.
But somehow he's still a society symbol, some kind of social justice leader that they want him to run for council.
That made no sense to me. I was like, wait, what?
What?
He is a thug. Like let me stop. He's supposedly trying not to be one, but he is. So it's like who? But I mean, they elected Duda also, right? And Duda is a straight up OG thug.
But Duda was not on camera yesterday whooping a kid's ass.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. Like that video. And then the next episode, they're like, you know what? The people said they need someone like you on city council because you could change all this. What? Yeah,
that made no sense. Made no sense. I was like, what? None. And
then I was like, what the fuck is going on? Jake's mother's back. I don't even what? Like, so I'm not sure.
Like replacing Amani, that's the mother of the house.
Yeah. Like we need a woman. It ain't gonna be Shaw's new girlfriend. So let's just bring Mama back.
Absolutely not.
So let's just work that out. I'm like easily replaced. At least they acknowledged Amani in another episode. Now that Victor has a new paper girlfriend, all of a sudden, I'm like, what? I guess because Candy's not
gonna pretend to be with her because like the previews are showing that he does start to pretend to be with her. So that whole walking out huffing and puffing, he eventually comes back, right?
He gets over it because
Yes. But it doesn't make any sense. Like I never in a million years would I expect him to be the one that they hold up to the sky as the one to be the
symbol. That's a symbol of our community who's gonna lead us to greatnest. What? Why? How did
another thug like put Duda in charge of the city? Like what?
I was like, in season 1, they said that his other 2 kids lived out of state, and then they changed it in second season. Now all of a sudden, I remember that because he was calling them. But then all of a sudden they were in the same city in season 2. Because that's how they were Keisha. That's how Tiffany was working with the other 2 baby mamas to get the child support when they all ended up at Sonny's. They were all at Sonny's.
Yeah. And I was, wasn't there a wedding or something like that and then all the kids were at this wedding that Emmett was trying to make the food for?
That was Jada's. I don't think they showed up because that was Jada's and Nina's wedding, and they wouldn't show up to that.
Yeah, but the kids were there. Like his baby mamas, 2 of them were there.
All right.
Yeah.
So because I was like
Tiffany was there too.
All right. So I was like, because I was like, that had to be season 3. That was season 3 because that's when we started the review. I was like, it just didn't make no damn sense. But anyway. Victor's storyline is completely ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make. And then the OG coming back. You know, I forgot that he raped.
I found it.
Tracy.
I found it.
You did?
I was so mad. I went back to season 1. So to your point, season 1, episode 9. She's sitting in the meeting group of women who've lost sons to violence. Mm-hmm. And the episode starts off saying that she was 16 years old and her stepdaddy, who was addicted to drugs, gave her to Quentin to pay off his debt. Oh, wow. I didn't remember that. And he raped her until she got pregnant with Jason, yeah. And then she blackmailed him and to be like, I won't tell anybody if you let me go. But she said, that's how I got my son. And these writers completely forgot about that or just said, I don't give a fuck. Because now she's talking like she's talking to an ex-lover. Yes. Who's sitting with her new lover. Right. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on right here? And why is it that she has to use her body to get Duda to do stuff? Like, now, what is it, a prostitute? Like, stop it. Hold up. Since you love to say this, this happens in real life. It does, but it's just annoying that Tracy, a survivor of rape, she's gone through a lot of trauma, right? So she's continuously still using her body to, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I know, I get, would have acknowledged the original storyline, if she would have said, "Who the fuck are you to bring Quentin? Do you know what Quentin did to me?" Like, if they would have acknowledged it, right? And then for some reason she gives due to the ass to get Victor's record expunged, like that would have been ridiculous, right? Like, but like you could see those two things. But now they're acting like that shit didn't happen.
Yeah, like he's just her baby daddy,
right?
Like,
and I avenged our dead son, so I don't know why you so mad. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, also bringing storylines back together again. Going back to Jada real quick. You remember last episode when Darnell was like, "You can fuck the shower head if you want to."
Yes. Yes.
Season 1, episode 6. She fucked the shower head. As I was
I'm glad that you found that.
As I was looking for Tiffany's Tracy's excuse me, back, because I knew she said it, right? Like what happened to her, right? As I was looking for that, I found the shower head scene, and I was like, she did fuck that shower head. I mean, that's a thing. Now, what if Darnell knew about it? He wasn't there, so I'm not sure how I don't know how the writers put that together again. But they're wrapping this show up. So they're like, hey, let's just bring all this shit. Let's just bring all this shit back together again.
Yes.
You know how I know this show is shit? I know this show is going to shit when the cliffhanger is Emmett deciding that he's going to take a celibacy pledge.
Yeah, that was weird. And then why is D-Ray?
I was
like, wait a minute. If you're gonna have D-Ray on the show, have him as a character, like a real person in. He's on the phone. I was like,
I'm sure they're gonna meet. That's just how they're introducing the character. And I'm sure Emmett's gonna take the celibacy challenge. He sees the next fine ass across. He's gonna
bang Keisha.
No. I was thinking Keisha, but I'm thinking he might fuck that woman. I thought he was gonna get with that woman that the teacher, I'm assuming, that told him that old boy picked up EJ.
Oh, okay.
Because she looked like kind of the age. She was an attractive woman. I see him being like, you know what, that may be the next one. But to your point, he will get it before the series is over. But I was just like, come on, bro, not this one. But I was like, this is the cliffhanger. This is what they go. Wait till next week.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. Like, come on, Shy. You could do better. Even Jada and Nina didn't make any sense, because that's not a surprise. It's not a surprise they're in counseling when we just had a girl meeting where fucking Nina is sitting up there sipping, talking about sometimes committed couples got to do what they got to do to keep the excitement going, right? I'm like, y'all clearly are having problems. So
yeah,
it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise that they're in counseling. That's what I'm saying. They'd be like, oh my God. But like they were getting dressed for it, like they were going out.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a black folk thing. You need to look decent, even if you're gonna just be on camera. Like you can't just get on camera and be like looking like with your rag on.
You know what I thought?
What?
I swear to God, I thought this is the Shy, right? Anything's possible.
Yes.
I thought Dre just said, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. So she was like, hi, your name is who? Lakeisha. Would you like to join us? Like, this is my wife. And I swear.
I thought they were going on a date. That's what I thought.
I was when they sat down the laptop. Well, you're supposed to think date clearly when they were getting dressed.
Yeah.
When they sat down the laptop and opened the laptop up, I was like, they're looking for a partner. Like, let's just see where this is going. I was like, Emmett growth. The fact that he's playing bowling with the man with his
that's growth. Yeah.
High school friend who's banging his mama.
Right. Yeah.
Growth.
Yeah, that's growth. Definitely. And I like that he was truthful with him. Like he was honest with him, but he was still like, Leia, let's continue to bond or whatever. You know, I like that. Yeah.
That's amazing, because
and the nachos at a bowling alley are delicious. But anyway.
What's that?
The nachos at a bowling alley are delicious. I don't know why, but they are.
I remember when she was dating a Latino dude from the hospital.
Yeah, from work. Yeah.
And Emmett was not trying to have any of that shit.
Now, Emmett,
he has mommy issues too.
He does, and he's very possessive of her. And he acted like when he was younger, he acted like he was her husband. Remember, she told him, "Don't do that." Yeah.
But she also kind of like encouraged it because she was constantly there for him. She's like, I got to put him on my couch. Like it wasn't a healthy relationship. And that happens a lot with single parents, with mothers in particular. It does happen. Like it does. And it's like, and Dre is really upset that Jada is feeling Darnell. And she should. She's more concerned for her friend. I mean, it's really what it is because she knows Darnell's a piece of shit. Also, where's Darnell's other kids?
I have no idea. They never show them. Because
he's on his third baby mama that he just got divorced from.
Yes.
He has several kids that he used to talk to with that earpiece in his head.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are them other kids?
They never show them.
They like a week because they want Darnell and Jada back together again.
Yes.
So they're like,
or to give you to make it seem like they're gonna get back together. Yeah. But I don't think that's how it's gonna end. I think she's gonna let her go. I think she's gonna go ahead and put the guard down and be with the younger guy.
The new guy?
Yeah, I do.
I hope so.
Because Darnell is not a safe bet. It's not. He's not. And that's what women usually would do. You would go
back to what you know. You go back to what you know.
Right, and she's not gonna. They're not gonna. I hope they don't do it. Yeah,
that's a better way to put it.
Yeah,
you hope not. Because if she and Keisha go back to their bad lovers, come on, man.
I hope that they're just psyching us out. Well, like when they show Keisha and Emmett in the room together. I hope that Keisha goes, you know what? You know we can't be together. That's what I'm hoping.
But you know.
And she's leaving anyway, right? Because she's going to college. So she's not going to be there. Emmett has to stay where he's at. He's got a restaurant and he's got 3 kids.
Yeah, but she ain't going out of state. I mean, she is close.
Yeah, but still, she doesn't want, no.
I agree. We both agree that we need to see progress in Keisha.
Yes.
Progress, right?
Yes.
And going back to Emmett is not progress. He's not the one that got away in no way, shape, or form.
No. It's Christian, but okay.
Was it?
It's Christian that got away.
But he's too good. And the Shy can't have that. So so they're like, no, we got to push you off. That being said, Papa, I had some mixed feelings about Papa being drugged on social media because at first I thought he was being drugged for saying that, we need positive black male images in our families, right? Which is absolutely true. But if he was getting drugged for pointing out Jake's issues, that's true. Like he should be shit on for that because that was completely wrong what he did to Jake.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I think once I think that's why everybody's shitting on him. So I'm like, I totally understand that. Like he was wrong for that.
He was wrong. Yeah, absolutely wrong. You don't do that. One, if that's your friend.
Yeah.
And then 2, like, why would you say that to him? Like, well, at least I got one. And a lot of your friends don't have one. So that was wrong to say that in front of everybody and hurt your friends' feelings like that. You know what I mean? So Papa should be dragged. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Kevin, whatever her name is, Kevin's new sister or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know her name.
It doesn't. What my point is, you remember though, her brother was on the run for killing his girlfriend's brother.
Yeah.
And like that went nowhere.
Yeah, that storyline's dead.
Duda beat the new mayor into a coma.
And they got video of it.
And they classic. Yes. Classic. We got the evidence, but now he's walking on a cane, living his best life, and he's the mayor. And he's okay with all of this. And he's talking about if we ever need it, we still got the tape. And I was like, once Trigg signs that NDA, all of that is over. Like you can't do anything like to him. You can't show that video, nothing. Well,
you can't do anything against
Trigg can't, to your point. Trigg can't. The mayor still can't. If he gives the video over, he still can't. But what is Duda gonna do? Like if he's not in office anymore, if he's just the street gangster. Do you remember the old gangster in the basement of the prison that Duda brought the alcohol and woman to?
No.
Season 2, when they were still doing the whole, we're going to buy up property on the South Side and flip it, when that was still the plan. Like Duda was working for the real OG who was in prison for life, but he owned the prison or some shit. Okay. And there was a scene where he brought like a big old bottle of alcohol and a couple of strippers or some shit, and was like, "Hey, boss, what do we want to do with this and this?" I'm saying they're bringing back old characters for no damn reason. Bring back him because he didn't rape Tracy, so bring back him. Like I'm okay with that, but don't bring back Quentin. Like let this. What are we doing? Like that's not okay. And then you don't acknowledge the story. It's not okay.
No.
I mean, I was like this. Also, did you think Gemma was gonna say she was pregnant when she said we need to talk?
No. No. I was hoping and praying that they didn't take it to the stereotypical of the young lady being pregnant in high school. I was really, because we've seen that a million times. That happened. It happened to me. I was a junior and I got pregnant. So it doesn't, we don't need to see it again. And I felt, seriously, like we see it all the time. Stop doing that. Like people have, nowadays, a lot of young people are having safer sex than ever before, right? So stop making it that everyone's having these kids early, and especially Black and Latino women, because there's a lot of white children that are doing exactly the same thing. And guess what? They got a goddamn reality show.
Okay.
Reality shows, okay? Nobody was giving me a reality show when I had my son. Nobody. They weren't even looking at us. They were like, oh, those are the Black niggas over there. Having all these damn babies out of wedlock. But now having a baby out of wedlock is the thing to do because now it's a reality show.
So let we these are different arguments that you're giving. I feel all right, and then it's interesting how certain things you go, well, David, and then I say I'm tired of seeing this shit, and the other shit I'm like it's gonna happen. Like David, I'm tired of seeing this shit. Like
I don't want to see, but wouldn't it have been just cliche for her to be pregnant, David? Come on.
I've said this yes, but in many cases, I've said this before. Straight relationships result in the babies. Gay men relationships results in the AIDS. Lesbian relationships result in the cheating and or hard feelings. That's how people write stories.
Or you can get a herpes.
I'm asking for it. What I'm asking for, I want Mercedes to be like, I got something on my lip because she got it from Coach's wife. That's what I'm waiting for. But that's another video for another show.
Yes, absolutely.
But damn it. I wanted Nina to come home to be like, my face is itching because I gave it to the brat and I think I got something on my mouth, but that won't happen.
No.
It won't be real.
Right.
I was like, anyway, I digress. Lena's her name, according to DeMarcus. Lena.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Lena.
And I'm like, but again, I thought Kevin was gonna go somewhere with that, but he can't do it. That's his sister or whatever. So I'm like, again, I guess what does Dre do for a living? Because she can't be a counselor for a living. Like what?
No, didn't they say that just the first episode? Didn't they say she's a therapist now? That's not
a job. Like that's what she was doing at the local community center. But I'm like for
no, she said she's a licensed therapist now.
All right.
So, remember we talked about it.
Yeah. All right.
She said, yeah, because it was like an announcement, which was really weird.
Yeah.
Because it came out of nowhere.
I'm a licensed therapist now.
Yeah, and it was like, what?
And Nina's like, shut the fuck up. We just up here drinking and getting high. Why are you trying to therapy us? Again, at that meeting, I would say Jada kissing Darnell is not as important as Tracy, my rapist, came back and is working with my new lover. Like, that's a conversation. Like that.
Tracy, but Tracy, I didn't think she was gonna open up to that one because she doesn't want to hear Dre because Dre's gonna let her have it, right? Sometimes when you're making mistakes, you don't talk about it. You let everybody else talk about their mistake, and you stay quiet, right? Until you need help. Now, then you be like, girl, let me tell you what's been going on. And then that's when and then of course your girls are supposed to be like, oh, for real? Well, you should have told us before. Like what? That happens. Okay. It does.
So back to the mayorship. Remember, he left his wife in charge, Candy.
Yeah, but she couldn't be the mayor.
No, I mean, but it's the Chi, right? So I'm just saying she was supposed to be in charge, but like what happened to her? Is she even coming back this season? Because now she's
coming back because she's in like they showed, it showed like
the previews,
yeah. So she'll be there.
Because I was interested in that. Kevin's new girl. He has a new girl. Let's just see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he that dude. He always got a new woman. Like it may not last, but he's gonna get a new woman.
Yeah.
And I respect that. Mm-hmm. So Maisha and Papa, you think that I'm hoping for them.
I don't. You know what? To be honest with you, I think Maisha and Papa are just better as friends. Mm. I think she loves him, and I know he loves her.
Yeah.
But I don't think that she romantically loves him. I think that she loves him as a friend, and that she'll always be there for him in that way. And I think Papa eventually is going to move on. I think, yeah.
Right.
I think they'll still be friends, but he's going to move on with someone else.
I hope so. I hope so.
Because Papa's a good character. He really is a good character.
And that's why I'm surprised he's still alive. Like, the way this show does, I could easily saw him being murdered in street violence.
I know we don't need another, because remember Coogie, we already got a kid died. Coogie died.
Yeah. Well, Coogie wasn't shit. Coogie robbed a dead black kid.
He did.
I'm not.
Well, I mean, a dead. Remember, he took the chain off of Jason.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, but think about Coogie's circumstances, though. Like, remember his mother?
His mother
was? I mean, Brandon was a good guy. But his mother, she was horrific. Like, she was the worst mom.
But I'm sorry. People you want me to put my heart out there for, I'm like, Jason's on the list. Like, Jason had the ticket. Like, he was going somewhere with his life. But then when I was like, Coogie, I was like, not really.
But Jason had a better mom. Remember, Tracy wasn't a bad mom.
She had, but his origin story was fucked up. I mean, he had a lot.
Her origin story, of course, was fucked up, and she was drinking for a while. Remember when he died? She was like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Trust me, I would definitely be that person if one of my kids were to pass away, become an alcoholic, right? Maybe jumping off of somebody's roof. I don't know. But she got through all of that, right? Yeah. But I'm just saying, she was a better mom to him as a child. Right. Yeah. Coogie had a horrible mom, and she barely had any money most of the time. Brandon was working since he was little to kind of balance out her money.
But he turned out fine. I mean, relatively.
But you have to remember, Brandon one, different dad, right? His genes are different. There's a lot of things. And Coogie was the baby. Yeah. Right. So as Brandon is becoming a man, he knows his responsibilities are to Coogie and his mom, right? Mm-hmm. Coogie is a spoiled he's younger than Brandon. Yeah. So basically Brandon had to be a dad to Coogie, right? And Coogie was like, no, you're my brother. Fuck you. You know, he loved him, right? But he was like, you're not, you're so the mom is relying on Brandon like it's her husband or something. Yeah. That's a lot. And then Coogie just was out there. Like he was just doing his thing, no matter how much Brandon tried to rein him in, because his mother was on drugs.
It was a terrible situation. I'm sorry. I'm saying, again, my heart, I'm saying, if you want to care, I won't care about Jason. So Quentin being the silent partner to Duda, and then therefore it's Quentin who's actually paying for the community center and everything. Yes. I'm like, again, not necessary. They could. There's other new gangsters. There's plenty of other black actors they could have brought in here to be like, hey, this is the true mastermind.
Yeah, bring it full circle. Because remember, he always wanted to be back into control. Remember, he was going to kill Reg. Yeah. So he wanted to be back in control of that gang, and now he's been doing it since Duda's got him on the show, right?
So I mean, it's like the 63rd Street Mob is so I guess he charged. Remember, he went to Cuba in season 2. They wrote him off.
Yes,
I'm just like they're running out of ideas.
Other shows. That guy works all the time.
Yeah, I mean
that's a working actor, older actor.
Yes, I'm just saying they're running out of ideas and actors, and they're like,
I think she did that on purpose. I think she brought him back because it's the way. Remember with Ronnie? Remember she gave Ronnie his ending. Yeah. And remember, everybody was like, what is Ronnie's purpose after everything, right? Yeah. What was her? And then she gave him a great ending. Like she gave him purpose and she ended it. And I think with Quentin, she may be trying to do exactly the same thing.
If, to your point, if Tracy says, I remember what you did, and before the series is over, she murders this dude, I will be okay with it. And she's like, I'm like, I get it. But like, if he goes out as just another gangster trying to put the world back the way it used to be, some bullshit, and they're partners, like Tracy is hanging out with Duda and with Quentin, fuck this show. I'm gonna be like,
no, I think Duda may take care of Quentin for Tracy.
Then they need a point where she discusses this before. Well, she already gave an ass at this point, but hey, let me tell you what this dude did. Like, I need to know that she knows, because again, if she knows he's not married anymore, why is she fucking disappear? Besides, like, well, I want to, that's fine, but like he don't have any power because now the mayor.
She actually likes him. Oh, she likes him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because when he put his hand around her throat, that was to make her remember. Remember we had sex this way. put that hand around that throat. Girl, I want to choke you right now. You know what I'm talking about. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, okay, somebody has creamed their panties.
And she was like, oh, damn it.
And she's
ready. I hate when that happens. Damn it.
Yes.
Come on, boy. I was like, but you know what? All that being said, I need more Duda. I need less Jake and Jake's mama and Emmett. I don't want Emmett. Like, just give me more Duda.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
I don't want Tiffany either. Like,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I like Rod or Rob, whatever his name is. I like that the way that he's trying to be with Tiffany. But I don't like the way Tiffany, but I understand it. It's not that I don't understand the way she's acting and the way she's feeling. I totally get it. But I just am not interested in this.
Yeah. Like,
people separate, they move on.
Yeah.
It doesn't, let her just move on. Like, Emmett needs to get past this and move on. I don't want to, why are we constantly seeing those two? Like, move on to something else. I don't want to see them anymore.
Emmett is that, he's like Kevin. from This Is Us. Like, he's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, until he gets settled, the series is still going. Like, when he truly gets set, then it's like, what else is there, right? Like, then you wrap it up and you move on. So like, whether it's gonna, and to this point, it's gonna be Keisha. Even though he was fucking them both in episode 1 of the series, like you said, is gonna be Keisha, and then we're gonna be like,
because remember in the beginning, he was basically just fucking Keisha. They weren't in a relationship at all.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that was just they were having sex, and when he started to get feelings for Keisha, that's when she was like, okay, no, she didn't like him like that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's because he had
like him like
2
that.
to 3 baby mamas out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she's like, I ain't trying to be number 4.
Yeah. She said that. She did. She actually, I don't remember what episode it was, but it was in season 1. She said that.
And I was like, and then she's gonna end up being number 4. To your point, they'll flash forward. They'll flash forward her big.
I absolutely think if they don't flash forward, that's gonna be weird. I need them to do like Kevin and Jake and Papa and Jim are graduating. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And they have to do that.
Well, again, the way they don't give you any kind of dates or years or nothing. So this could be their senior year. That's my point. So real quick, because I want to start P Valley on time. Okay. I disagree. I like the idea that they were trying to establish a video gaming thing at school. Like, I like the idea. The idea that they tried to bring race into it upset me. Because I'm like this. But
it's true. I'm telling you, my mom went through that in a high school, and I was in the Bronx, and she went through that, and it was true that in the other neighborhoods, the whiter neighborhoods, it was perfectly fine. The Board of Education was fine with funding those after school groups and stuff, but in the blacker neighborhoods, they did not. It was they had to fight. A bunch of parents had to fight to allow it to happen in my high school. And my high school was Black and Latino.
I just, again, this was not a funding issue. Like, the principal wasn't like, she wasn't necessarily like,
no. They did say that. The guy said, if they make it a success, we will get the funding. He said that.
I thought he said he'll be responsible.
No, he said the funding. Go ahead, watch it again, because I know you are.
You know I will. Because it turned into like, I'm like, she's like, you can't bring this stuff. They already have the equipment. It was more of an issue. Like, you're gonna have these people staying after school. You got a school with fucking like metal detectors, right? You know what I'm saying? Just to be like,
it's about the money. It's all about money. That's what all it is.
With a Black principal, with Black teachers and Black students to be like, well, the white kids. I'm like, you mean the school with money? Because Gemma goes to a school with money. Mm-hmm. Okay, race aside, it's a financial issue. Like, I'm saying, like, they got the money for that sort of thing, and I bet you don't have that many after school programs anyway. You remember when Misha was in the band and that went nowhere? Remember, like, she
for a second.
Yeah, she was, and then they did the acting shit, but all the stuff started to go away because they'll lose the funding just for the school district, right?
Yeah,
and I remember that. I'm saying the whole gaming thing, and then what I'm more interested in, also realistic, is when you get the kids who go, well, they already play games. You'd be like, that's white people stuff. To your point, like Black kids do this or some shit. Like, to be like, we're trying to start this thing because Papa plays. I mean, all 3 of the boys play. I mean, like but like Kevin takes it to, I mean, more of a serious.
Yeah, because Kevin, I think, wants to be like he wants to do it in tournaments and stuff like that. Yeah. Make millions of dollars, and some kids actually can do that. Like, it doesn't matter what color you are, Asian kids, white kid, Black kid, Latino. He can make, if he's good at it, he can make that money. Yeah.
And she was good too. So again, I just thought those two were going somewhere. So they add in another girl. I'm like, damn, Kevin. I mean, come on, listen.
I wanted him to be with that girl that now is his sister.
Yeah.
But to me, because they live together, it would be weird.
Weird. Yeah, it'd be
weird.
It'd be weird now.
Yeah, because he's basically she's a sister.
Yeah, but then that came out of nowhere. I'm like, what? You know.
Well, you knew Dre was gonna become her guardian. You knew that when everything started. We
knew Dre was interested, and for some like again, like to be like, you know, like the stud to be like, hey, I'm gonna make a decision, and even then Jada, Nina was like, you gonna talk to me about this? Like it just got. But anyway, they worked it out. They fast forward, like, don't worry about that. This is your new sister. Blah, blah,
but that's why they were in therapy, because they had moments like that where there was no talking.
And she was like, that's why I got the brat. I was like, I need the brat to come back for some reason. I didn't need to be like she's still calling her, still texting or something. The show hasn't been good since Ronnie and his grandmother were on there.
Yeah, that was a good show when they were on there. It was a meteor show. Ronnie, I loved his performance. The grandmother, she just added like the sprinkle of spice in there. Yeah. And then Tracy with Ronnie, it was a, you know, she knew he was nothing. Like he didn't really have anything, but she loved him. Yeah. Like she really loved him.
It was complicated. Like they were going back and
forth. It was. But deep down, she really loved him. Like she kept having sex with him and everything. I'm like, dude is like damn near homeless. And you're still.
But a woman loves a fixer-upper. Like she was like, you know what? Right. I can turn this guy into something.
You're
and
right.
I'm like,
you're right. That's it.
Fuck.
And like, at the end, she turned him into the man that she wanted.
All right.
And then he died in her arms.
And then he got murdered. Like it's not like that. He got murdered. So there's that. I was like, then that's Chicago. But I mean, but I was like, but like again, it said grandmother had a proper ending. He had a proper ending. Like they know how to do it. Like they've done.
Quentin, I'm telling you, he's gonna have a proper ending. He's gonna get what he deserves. He's definitely gonna get what he deserves.
We shall see. and if they acknowledge it for the right reason, he's a gangster. Gangsters die. I want it because of Tracy. Tracy does it, or somebody does it for Tracy, for Jason. Like they need to tie it back to that specifically.
Do you think Judah's gonna die?
Nah, he's not.
You don't think?
In fact, not only that. I would if Showtime is smart, they'd be like that's spinoff number 2 right there. Like I would, if they do the character right. Mm-hmm. He easily could be the ghost we never had. Easily.
That's true.
You know, and I was like, what happened to his pizza business? Fuck, what the fuck happened to that?
Yeah, because was it the Kevin and Jake and them were working for him?
Yes.
But remember, he left, and so I guess everything went to shit. Because I'm thinking, why wouldn't his wife like take care of the pizza place?
That don't make any sense because he put her in charge of the government.
Yeah,
like it don't make any sense, but whatever, dude. Like, and the 63rd Street mob hasn't even been mentioned. Like, no. I mean, that's their
the cops and the gangs are gone. And when Tracy was saying that, why you mad, Quentin? Because there's no cops, or you know,
yeah,
because it doesn't make any sense that there's no cops. That's what he was basically saying. Like, you need cops.
You need cops. Like, do you see this shit? Like he's like Trig just whooped the kid's ass.
Yes.
Like no one investigated that shit. Like nobody came to look and like, nah, we don't have cops in Chicago anymore. Fuck it. Like what?
It makes no sense.
Or in the South Side at least. In the South Side at least. Right? Like it's like so. Like yeah, we saw the video too, but we said they'll figure it out or they won't.
Right, and it doesn't make any sense. He was absolutely right. So I was like, okay, definitely Quentin's getting his what he deserves. But he was making sense. He was making a lot of sense. Yeah.
He was. Yeah. All right. Thank you all of you for watching. We're gonna start the P-Valley on time, so we're gonna say goodbye to this. Please come back us for that. It'll be in a couple of minutes. We're gonna pick up Stacy. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to this channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, share the video. Check out our community section. We got a lot of stuff going on there.